Today we'll talk about the Robot Pew's action engine and radio commands. As you can see, Robot Pew, you control Robot Pew with a gamepad controller. There are two microbits in this system. One in a gamepad controller. The other one is in Robot Pew's head. And now, in today's video, we need to understand how does the gamepad controller communicate with Robot Pew, and we understand what's the synchronous command and asynchronous command, and understand how the action engine of Robot Pew is working. And first of all, that's basically the radio command that's sent between gamepad controller and Robot Pew is basically a text command. So the gamepad controller can send a text command to repeat Robot Pew, and Robot Pew parse the command and takes action. At the same time, Robot Pew can send a status or and his command back to the gamepad controller. It can control the gamepad controller. This is useful when you play video game with Robot Pew, and say when you control Robot gamepad controller, Robot Pew can participate your games. Yeah, so in that case, you can play video game with Robot Pew. And now let's talk about what is synchronous command. Synchronous command basically when you send out one command and the Robot Pew will execute the command. Before he execute the next command, is no response. You have to finish the current command before you execute the next command. For example, when you ask a Robot Pew to do a soccer, and when you ask a Robot Pew to kick a ball, when you send out, you press button B3, and we send out a command, say robot say kick a ball, and the Robot Pew will kick the ball, and at this moment, if you press B3 button one more time, it will send out another kick a ball command, and the Robot Pew will ignore this command because he's already doing kick the ball. So he won't do a next ball kicking until he finish the current ball kicking. Okay, so this is called synchronous command. Asynchronous command, basically it is you can keep sending out a command, and the Robot Pew will not stop receive next command. For example, especially when the moment, say the two actions, they are totally independent. For example, when you send out the Robot Pew can do two tasks at the same time. For example, if you send a command to ask a Robot Pew to blink his eyes, and at the same time he can walking at the same time, so that means those blinky eyes commands are totally asynchronous, because Robot Pew he not wait for the command to finish before he accept the next command. So these two commands are basically really important. You have to understand which command is asynchronous and synchronous. Otherwise, you will get surprised at why my command got ignored, and the command timing is not right at the moment. Okay. Then we talk about the action engine of Robot Pew. The action engine of Robot Pew is straightforward to understand. Basically, Robot Pew will first receive a radio command. It will pass the radio command, and in the radio command, it will tell us, oh, the first code of the command, it is the action. Say, for example, walk, dance, something like that. And followed by parameters. Say, if it's walk, you want the robot to walk, then what's the speed, and what's the direction. All kinds of things are parameters, right? So when the robot get those past the command, then he will translate those commands and the parameters into function codes and takes action use underneath the engine. So this is how the action engine of Robot Pew. Once I understand this engine, then you can comfortably send out a radio command and ask robot Pew to do really complex movements. And the benefit of this approach it is you don't have to understand how robot do self-balance during the walking, and don't have to understand how the robot pews doing dance, something like that. So you just focus on a high level command, say, and run things as quickly as possible without worry about the details. And this also has built up the scalability. If you want to expand a robot Pew's function, you can add more items or support to the action engine, so you make robot smarter. Okay, so then here's a list of example radio commands. The first command is always, all the commands always start with the pound sign. PUT, that means ask Pew to talk. Say, let's go to this example, the Hello World project. So in the project, basically, you will send out a command, say Robert Pew to talk. Say, you say radio send string PUT hello world, then the Robert Pew will talk hello world. Okay, so that's an example. And next one, it is PUN. That means you're going to set a robot Pew and its own nickname, and you can click this example, say, and go to this project. Say you can change the robot's name, robot Pew's name. You can name give the robot, say you can set Pew's first name to Bob, then the Pew will say, my name is Bob Pew, something like that, right? So, and that's the radio command. The next command is say Pew, HI means is Pew going to say hi. This is a command for robot Pew to ping the other robot. So if there's a robot around, then robot Pew will respond to hi command, say, hey, my friend, followed by robot Pew's first name to say it's around. So, and the robot Pew will be very active when there's a second robot Pew is around. Okay. And further of that, next one is robot speed. That's the way you control robot moving speed. PU turn, it is you control basically like gamepad controller use this to turn walking direction. If the turn number is 0, that means robot just goes straight forward. If less than 0, robot will turn left. If it's bigger than 0, robot will turn right. And PO roll and PO pitch, those two commands are used to pass your gamepad controller's position in a pitch and a roll and pass the robot. And the robot PO can synchronize his head orientations to the same direction of your gamepad controller. And PUB, it is the command to say catch with button clicks. If button 1 is click, then you will send out a command, say PUB 1. For example, here. So yeah, so and next one is a PU logo. Then when you press the when you press the logo button, and you can see Robert Pew will talk based on seeing. It depends on the orientation of the gamepad. It's served like a pointer in the air. Based on your different roll and pitch, you're going to select different language for Robert Pew to talk or speak, to say. So when you send out that command, basically it is you use this Pew logo command followed by some numbers. Okay. PURS, it is you use script Pew to say set the Pew's rest position. So you can use that to ask Robert Pew go to different position. You can such that you can link a couple of position together so Robert Pew can do dance. Okay, so and this is next command is PUC. It means it return the robot Pu's condition or to the other robot and to the gamepad controller. Say for example, when robot Pu fails, if it says condition to be fail, and the other robot will come to rescue him, and yeah, something like that. Yeah. So this is the tentative list of all the gamepad control commands you can send to robot Pu. We're going to add more commands to here, so just keep I will keep go back to this page and update it. And if you have implement your own command, you have to come up with your own documents to remember what command map to what robot actions. um, Enjoy your programming with robot Pu, and make robot Pu more capable in this way by adding more robot Pu commands.